Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 37 of Dual Destinies. Last time, Marlon Rhymes transformed into a One Piece character, and now we're gonna go and cross-examine Orla. So without further ado, let's go. Well, she's the only one who knows all the answers after all. I just talked to Pearls, and she said Orla seems to be feeling fine. Now we have to try and figure out how Mr. Rhymes manipulated Orla. If we put Mr. Rhymes and Orla together, maybe we can get some kind of clue. And I can't forget about that strange set of prints of Mr. Rhymes earlier. I really appreciate you're trying to say both Orla and me. I had no idea Marlon hated Orla like that. I feel like I've been shocked by a torpedo ray. Of course he would hate that killer whale that murdered his girlfriend right in front of him. Oh, Mr. Plume, you've been watching the trial? Oh yes, I came to make a declaration of war. A declaration of war? No matter what the results of today's trial, I will report the truth in my new book. How that One Piece villain tried to freaking frame me for this thing. I am not going to be used like this. You can't use me. I am a human being with feelings. I don't even know what I'm doing with this. Even if that truth goes against what I wrote in The Killer Whale. I don't know what the truth is. Not even about what happened a year ago. Dr. Crab. Azura died right in front of my eyes, in the middle of a pirate show. Now, you know what the real messed up part was? Jack actually tried to get me a treater. He was like, hey, Crab, treat Azura. And I was like, I am not a human doctor. I treat the animals. But then he was like, hey, killer whale, human, same difference. Mammal, treat, now, go. He didn't want to have to pay insurance. She suddenly fell from the orca's back and began to thrash around in pain. The orca was singing a song and then started headbutting Azura over and over. Finally, the orca took Azura in her mouth and brought her to the side of the pool. Just before she died, Azura was holding her chest in obvious pain. She was holding her chest? Wait a minute. Could it be... I don't think Orla was to blame for the incident a year ago either. What? I think the cause of Miss Summers' death might have been her heart condition. Heart condition? What heart condition? Never heard anything about it. Miss Summers had a prescription with Hickfield Clinic for a heart condition. The orca didn't kill her. I think it's possible her heart condition did. What? Azura had a heart condition too? I guess she hid it from everybody, just like I did. So that means the orca was innocent a year ago too? And here I thought that I was having some Bonnie and Clyde relationship with the orca. Damn, you took the magic out of it, you asshole. It's just a theory, but I think the orca headbutted Azura to check on her. And then did the lifesaver trick to rescue her. So there was no need to put the orca down after all? So, you really did intend to put Orla down? No, Jack and I were against such a thing from the start. But you said you were going to euthanize the orca. Yeah, I've been wondering about that. Dr. Crab, about this capsule. It's not a poison, but a sleeping drug, right? It's the love pill that starts the magic. Oh my gosh. Why did I make my headcanon of Dr. Crab such a degenerate? That's right, even if Orla attacks someone, or even if the Center for Dangerous Animal Control demands she be put down, I never had any intention of killing her. I would use sleeping pills to make it look like she was dead and then set her free. That's why I purchased so many sleeping capsules. Oh, that's why. I never considered the possibility that the poor woman's death was illness. She seems pretty disturbed to be wrong. Damn, now they're gonna want a refund. I simply want to know the truth. That is why I will tell you who my client is. The day I witnessed the owner's death, I was there at the request of the animal keeper. Marlon Rhymes? That is correct. That day my client called me to ask me to investigate the orca pool. He must have wanted you to witness what Orla was going to do. Why did you decide to tell us this? My desire to protect my client was standing in the way of the truth. I couldn't allow that. I will be watching to see how this all unfolds. Good luck to you, yellow and blue duo. Well, that was quite a bombshell she just dropped, and so casually, too. That woman really is a free spirit. Do you remember what you said yesterday, Mr. Lawyer? That you'd expose any secret if it would help save Sasha. I remember. It's my duty as a lawyer. Well, I just wanted you to know that I don't blame you for exposing the aquarium secret. Though that won't stop me from trying to kill you with a crowbar. It may put us in some hot water, but if it helps save the orca, let me clue you in on another secret. Focus on the orca song. The orca song, huh? What could you be hinting at? Oh, Mr. Wright, looks like it's time. All right, let's go back in. You've got it, boss. We're gonna go in there and save Sasha and Orla together. July 22nd, 11:30 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
The courtroom will now reconvene. Is the witness Orla Shipley, commonly known as Orla, ready?
Well, the orca's present, but I highly doubt she understands what's going on.
Ho-ho! Just as enjoyable as yesterday.
I distinctly remember you being afraid of her on several occasions.
Now then, Mr. Wright, how do you propose to cross-examine the witness?
I intend to have the young lady there with Orla help me. Hello, everybody.
What young lady? Didn't I meet her once before, a long time ago? Didn't she knock you unconscious with 5 slaps, Mr. Wright?
Yes, that's Pearl Fay, my old friend. We don't mention Maya in this courtroom. We don't mention that woman. If we mention Maya 3 times, she will appear, and then she will demand me to buy her burgers.
Well, well, didn't she grow up to be a lovely young lady?
Oh! I have no interest in this chit-chat. On with the cross-examination.
But Mr. Wright, this is all your fault. Why are you dawdling?
How is this my fault?
The court will now hear the testimony of Orla Shipley.
How Orla was manipulated. Truly the greatest testimony of all time. Orla is truly a philosopher ahead of her time.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
Do you seriously intend to cross-examine this orca?
Well, she is a key witness for the defense, after all, sir.
Why do you make me sad, Mr. Wright? Every time you come to my courtroom, you open my eyes to a new way of thinking. It appears this will be another one of those times.
Yes, he's given me the go-ahead. I'd now like to put the witness and Mr. Rhymes together to see how he manipulated the orca. Hopefully Orla will have some kind of reaction. Fine by me, but naught will happen, I tell ye. Mr. Rhymes was right, nothing happened. I guess I shouldn't have expected it to be easy. How did he manipulate her? Right, Dono. I hope you realize that if you can't prove that with this cross-examination how Rhymes controlled the orca, your defendant will be declared guilty immediately. Yes, I realize that. This is my last chance. I have to figure out how Rhymes commanded Orla to do her tricks.
Please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
How Orla was manipulated.
Hold it!
Miss Shipley, I'm afraid Fweet is not going to get us anywhere. This is your plan of action? If you aren't capable of interpreting orca speech, this entire exercise is folly.
Objection!
You leave the interpretation of all that's hard to me. Alright, girl, what you gotta say? Let me hear it. I got nothing. Oh, Orla, you're so cute. Your mother is rolling in her grave, Athena. She cries from the afterlife. She cries at what you have become. You have disappointed all of us, Athena. I am dying for this. I shall be put to death for this. Right, Dono? Surely you don't intend to continue this farce.
I do. Miss Shipley, please continue with your testimony.
Hold it!
Could you interpret that for the court, Miss Sykes?
I'm getting a strong reading of happiness. Maybe she thinks she's doing a show. I demand serious witness testimony. This is no time for fun and games. Of course you would be like this while you're while you're instructing her, Athena. You failed me during that trial 7 years ago. If you continue this mockery, I will subject you to 40 lashes with a wet fish.
Not a wet noodle. That just sounds fishy. Hey, speaking from experience, anything is better than 40 lashes from a whip. Okay, so it's confirmed that basically Pearl knocking Phoenix unconscious with 5 slaps of her backhand. That's not as bad as Francisca's whip. Godo's coffee is not as bad as Francisca's whip. Frank Salt's toupee is not as bad as Francisca's whip. Manfred's 600,000 volt taser, not as bad as Francisca's whip.
The defense will please caution its witness to conduct herself with propriety.
Hold it!
Instead of impersonating a one orca band, could you show us the lightsaber trick?
I guess Orla won't do what you want unless you give her the proper signal.
Oh, doesn't Orla sing beautifully?
Taka's singing voice is much more melodic and clear.
Meh. Neither one should quit their day job. Please continue your testimony, Miss Shipley.
Hold it!
Miss Shipley seems to want to communicate something.
Perhaps she's hungry.
Miss Faye, could you give Miss Shipley a snack?
Certainly, one moment.
What a heartwarming scene. It reminds me of my granddaughter with her pets.
Wow, your granddaughter must have a pretty large pet.
Stop all this pet prattle and get on with the cross-examination.
But she's such an adorable creature. I never get tired of looking at her.
Silence!
I, on the other hand, have had more than my fill of this tomfoolery. Enough is enough! This is worse than prison! People ask me constantly at the prosecutor's office, Prosecutor Blackwell, why are you prosecutor even though you've been arrested? Why aren't you in your cell? Well, newsflash, when I get put on cases like this, I pray for my cell.
It sounds like Prosecutor Blackwell is about to blow his top. What should I do? Should I continue this cross-examination? But I'm not finished with my cross-examination.
You have just about exhausted my patience, right, Dono?
Mr. Wright, please finish as quickly as you can.
Yes, Your Honor. But I'm not really surprised Your Honor continued to tell the truth. Mr. Rhines had to have commanded Orla somehow. Do we have anything in evidence he could have used? With Orla, it's not like I can present evidence that contradicts a particular statement. Guess it doesn't matter which statement. What could be used to command Orla?
Witness, please continue with your testimony.
Okay, just let me check. Okay. Okay.
Objection!
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Sasha told me an interesting story about Miss Summers.
Azora used to send her boyfriend videos of herself teaching the orca tricks. I used to help Azora take the videos on her TV phone.
Most likely, Mr. Rhymes still has these videos of Miss Summers. Miss Faye, could I ask for your help?
Of course, Mr. Nick. What is it?
You're using Mr. Rhymes' TV phone, correct? I'd like you to examine it for me. Please look for videos of Azura Summers issuing whistle commands to Orla. Videos? I'm not too sure how to do that, but I'll give it a try. My apologies to Marlin.
Right, don't know. What are you up to?
You'll see in just a moment if Pearls can find those videos for me. Mr. Nick, I think I called 911 by accident. The police are coming here, Mr. Nick. Mr. Nick, I found them. I found some videos like you described. You did? Thank you, Miss Faye. Just as I suspected. How did Marlin Rhymes get Orla to do those tricks? I will now show you. With Mr. Rhymes' cell phone. We're gonna make some long-distance calls, darn it.
His cell phone? Are you implying you use an app? The Killer Whale app. Command to kill a whale to kill anyone at your bequest. It's like Uber, but with more death.
Miss Faye, see if you can issue Orla a command.
Me? Can I do such a thing?
You might be able to if you play a video with a whistle signal in it. If there's a video of the lifesaver trick, please play that. Before you do, though, please put the practice dummy in the pool.
The practice dummy? Alright. In it goes. There, it's sank to the bottom. Now I'll play a video.
Orla is diving down, heading straight to the dummy.
What a smart girl you are, Orla. The lifesaver trick was a complete success, Mr. Nick.
Thank you, Miss Faye. You were a big help. Now I have proof.
Humph! Unbelievable! You actually pulled it off!
That was the lifesaver trick we saw yesterday. Is Miss Faye an orca trainer now?
No, Your Honor. I'll explain it after we try one more trick. Now let's see if we can command Orla to do the singing trick. Miss Faye, if there's a video of the singing trick, please play that.
Certainly. Let's see. Is this the video? Oh my, isn't she wonderful? That was the Swashbuckler Spectacular song. Mr. Nick, I found who's gonna sing at you and Mystic Maya's wedding.
No, Pearl! You're not hiring an orca!
But Mr. Nick, it'll be magical.
Oh, what a lovely singing voice!
Humph! Taka's better. It wasn't bad, Taka's better.
By the way, how did Miss Faye give the orca those commands?
Marlin Rhymes has something on his phone that his girlfriend Azura Summers sent him. There are videos of Miss Summers issuing commands to Orla with a whistle. If they have Orla listen to the sounds of the signals, anyone at all could command Orla.
Oh my, anyone at all?
Yes, I believe so, Your Honor. All they would have to do is play those videos.
Mr. Wright, please submit those videos as evidence.
I'm getting the sneaking suspicion the judge just wants to try it out for himself. Miss Faye, could you send those videos to the TV phone here?
Alright, certainly. Oh no, I accidentally deleted them, sorry.
Got him. All right, I'll try playing one. So this was a training session a year ago, huh? But wait a minute. There's something about that song that bothers me.
If the orca can be commanded using videos on a cell phone, then that means that Marlin Rhymes could manipulate the creature. Arrgh!
Mr. Rhymes, you can't talk your way out of this one.
Silence.
Humph! I have to commend you. That was very good proof. I concede modern rhymes could have manipulated the orca, but isn't it true that the defendant could have done it as well? All she would have to do is use the whistle she knows how to use so well, and she wouldn't have had to use those videos. Surely you admit it's a possibility. She could have easily had Norma de Plume witness the singing and the lifesaver trick.
So he's trying to argue it was equally possible for Sasha as it was for Rhymes, is he? But is that true? Let me think about that for a minute.
That's right. Those weren't just simple cries. It was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. It kept headbutting while it sang the swashbuckler spectacular song.
The culprit made sure Mr. Plume heard the song and saw the lifesaver trick. Could Sasha have shown these two tricks to the witness? No, I don't think Miss Buckler could have created the same conditions as the culprit.
You challenge me to a battle? I hope your sword is sharpened. Let me see those sword skills of yours.
Don't you worry, my sword is drawn and ready. My sword is evidence that two tricks could have been shown at the same time. Okay, I'm just trying to think about this. Yeah, basically, I'm having a bit of a brain fart right now. Okay. Come on. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I was doing the right piece of evidence.
Take that!
Mr. Plume said in her testimony that she witnessed these two tricks at the same time. However, that fact is inconsistent with how Orla performs tricks.
How Orla performs tricks? What are you talking about?
Orla can't perform two tricks at once. She performs only one trick per whistle signal. That's how she's been trained.
In other words, it would be just like with a dog. If you tell him to both sit and shake, he won't do them at the same time. Am I understanding it correctly?
Yes, that's the idea, Your Honor. I wonder if the judge has a dog.
What a fuzz! So you're saying that the witness somehow managed to produce an impossible scenario? Or if the creature's own trainer couldn't do it, then how could I?
Yes, it's a mystery, isn't it? But boss, you don't have to agree so cheerfully.
The defense is claiming that modern rhymes manipulated the orca. But if you cannot explain fully how this was done, your argument doesn't hold water. If you can't straighten out your own theory, would you like me to straighten you out?
No thank you. So Orla can't do two tricks at the same time, but Mr. Plume saw her do it. This logical inconsistency means that there's a flaw somewhere. Was Mr. Plume lying? Or is it not true that Orla can't do two tricks at a time? But Mr. Plume had no reason to lie about such a thing. If it's really impossible for Orla to perform two tricks at once, then maybe either the lightsaber trick or the singing trick was faked.
Faked?
Yes, maybe Orla only performed one of the tricks, but it was made to look like she performed two.
Silence.
Maybe? How would you expect to conduct a sword battle with conjecture?
Sounds like I'd better present some evidence here, and fast.
Although I am concerned about your profuse weighing, Mr. Wright, allow me to ask you. Which of the two were fake, the lightsaber trick or the singing trick?
The defendant wishes to argue that the singing trick was faked.
And on what ground do you base your assertion that the singing trick was faked?
Take that!
This is a record of a recent Swashbuckler Spectacular. In this recording, Orla sings the same song she sang for Miss Faye earlier. But Mr. Plume said this song is different from the one that was sung a year ago.
The song is different?
Please listen to the song in the video from a year ago, sent to the cell phone.
Yes, it sounds quite different from the song Orla sang for Miss Faye earlier.
And yet, this is the same video Miss Faye used to issue the command to Orla to sing. By having Mr. Bloom listen to the song recorded in the cell phone video, the true culprit made the Plume think Orla was singing the song from a year ago. Only Marlon Rhymes, the owner of the cell phone videos, could have done this.
Silence.
But Mr. Bloom said she heard the orca singing right in front of her. How do you claim he made her think that? How was the song recording played?
I intend to explain that too, of course.
What?
The answer lies somewhere in the Orca Pool Visitors Corridor. Marlon Rhymes played the song recording by using this. The Plume herself! The treasure chest! It was a mimic!
Take that!
Mr. Plume heard the song while she was in the Orca Pool Visitors Corridor. There's a speaker in that corridor so that visitors can hear the orca sounds.
And you claim the song was played from that speaker? How?
Well, we'll answer that in the next episode, because I think that now is a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. Well, I'll see you next time. Bye.